Welcome to my channel. Today is September 13th, 2017. I believe it's Wednesday, and yeah, this is my cross-stitching channel, well, for Floss Tube. And I think this is video number, is it 46? 47. Might be 47. Wow. I'm coming today. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I have a finish, and I've posted it on Instagram, and I may have posted it on Stitch Mania. I'm not very good at posting things. I do go out and I look at what other people have posted, but I usually forget to post anything myself. So I have a finish. I've worked on a couple of whips, and I did join a new Facebook group. It's run by AMP, and that is the Full Coverage Fanatics on Facebook. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, I have a haul, because I think in my last video I said I bought 2 more Hades. Well, I just went and bought 2 more. Only ornament size, so not so bad. But I'll show you those in a little bit. Right now, let me show you my finish. I finished Jeans and Weenies. I finally went out and I got that last color, DMC 326. And I have a lot of light on in here, so I hope this is good. But this is Jeans and Weenies by Plum Street Samplers. And I really love the way it came out. When I showed it the last time, someone asked me how I plan to finish it. And at the time I said I was going to frame it because there's too many dogs and cats and at times kids in this house that I'm not comfortable making pillows, because while I know it's not going to be museum quality and probably not saved for, you know, hundreds of years to come, I would prefer not to see it wrecked in my lifetime. So framing is usually a good choice for me. But I'm thinking that this needs to be one of those, pardon the pun, Jeans and Weenies needs to be a little sausage roll. And I think I can do that and put it up on a shelf, and where I can still see it and enjoy it, but that it will be out of harm's way, unless one of the cats decides to be very acrobatic, which I don't put it past them. But anyway, I think I might make a pillow out of this. So when it's fully finished, I will let you know how that turns out. And I also have worked on a couple of other of my whips. And I haven't done a whip parade. I had filmed one, but I did it in my sunroom and the lighting was really poor. So I elected not to show it. I think I did it around the same time I did my video with the 20 random things about me. But I may still do a whip parade. My clock chimed in. Yes, it's 10:30 in the morning here, if you're wondering. I may still do a whip parade. I have more whips than I thought I had. Many large ones. So, I don't know, someone may enjoy seeing some of the pieces I have. Plus, if you haven't been on Stitch Mania this morning, and you haven't seen the post of the Soda Stitch chart with the 4 Seasons village, you may want to go take a look. It doesn't look like anything else that Soda Stitch has out there, and it's beautiful. And I had to hunt around a little bit, but I did finally find it on their Etsy shop. So of course I ordered that, and since I already had the Alice fairy tale chart in my cart from Soda Stitch, I of course had 2 charts to travel together, so I should be getting those soon. And of course my phone has decided to, I don't know, notify me of everything and anything now. Sorry. Anyway, another whip that I have really been enjoying working on in the last couple of weeks is my Marvel chart. And this is a lot of fun. Trying to remember who I got it from, if it was Stitchline on Etsy, but anyway, it's an Etsy shop. I will try to link it below. And it's a fairly good size one, but I'm only going to show you the part that I'm stitching on, or that I have stitched on. And I started in the upper left corner, and I started with the border, and I don't know, so you can see how long it is, because that's the height, and this is the M and the A, and you can see I got a little bit of the color in down here, and I don't know how well this is going to come across, but I've got quite a serious chunk of white done, and you can kind of see right in this area that is not stitched, and I think this is Magic Guide fabric or Easy Count, I'm not sure which. It has the red grids on it. That's the start of Hulk's head. So I've got all the white done here, and I'm going to start with Hulk's head, but I'm trying to get a lot of the white. You see Spider-Man. I'm trying to get a lot of the white and the red done, and then I'd just be able to fill in the characters as I go. It seems to be working pretty well for me, and I'm not getting bored because I'm watching TV and stuff, kind of going back and trying to catch up on a couple of television shows like Supernatural. Although I saw all of season 12, I'm going back and watching a couple of the episodes. And I was going to watch Game of Thrones, but I have a very hard time with scenes that talk about harming animals and things. I don't know why. It really bothers me, the animals and children. So I may not. I have the whole book series, and I haven't read that yet. So maybe I'll read the books. I don't know what it is about seeing it on television that bothers me so much. But anyway, just a little aside. And the only other whip that I've worked on so far this month is Halloween Meow by Alessandra Adelaide Needleworks. And I love this. I think this chart is just so beautiful. Well, it's fun. Beautiful, I guess, is relative. Last time I showed it, I think mostly what I had done was I had started the orange. I had finished the pumpkin stem and part of the cat's tail. And now I've got most of the bottom. Well, I'm all the way to the bottom of the pumpkin. I finished down in here last night. And I'm going to do this part, and the cat is kind of in over here, and his head goes up over. And I'm really enjoying that. And it's just a piece of Murano that I dyed myself. And I really like the colors, and it's pretty true there on my camera screen, so hopefully you can tell. And again, some of the edges of the black cat I'm doing with whisper thread. It's not called for, but I thought it would be kind of funny since the cat looks pretty fuzzy, like a scaredy cat. I thought that it would be fun to add a little bit of extra fuzz to the black cat. So that is how I've been occupying myself with stitching this week. I have had some acquisitions. I haven't really gone out shopping, but online, hey, you know, that's pretty good. And I did find one of the DMC Floss Guide books, and it's one of the ones that has the real floss inside. And I'm finding that this is very helpful. If I'd had it before I went out and had to buy the other color, $6.39, I think. It was a brown color. I probably could have looked in here to see if I had another brown close to this, and I would have been able to finish Jeans and Weenies a little bit sooner, but it's all good because it gave me an opportunity to work on some of my other things, which is good. And I also, from 1, 2, 3 Stitch, got the new Just Cross Stitch Ornaments magazine, and other people have done flip throughs, so I'm not going to do a flip through of it. I was kind of disappointed by it too, but there are a couple of things in here. I'm just looking for the pictures because of course I have the charts marked. There are two that I know I want to do. And one of them is this Noel ornament. Sorry about the glare. I thought that was kind of pretty. It's tag shaped, and it tells about, you know, bending the wire and stringing the beads. I mean, it's stuff I could do myself, but it does give you the full finishing on that. And I thought that was really cute. And then there's another one, which is in the section before that. Actually, there are a bunch of cute ones. I think it's just the way the magazine's laid out this time. It's a little busy and distracting. That's just my opinion. There are some really pretty charts, and I don't think I'm going to find what I'm looking for. Just bear with me a second. Maybe it's in this section. Let's talk among yourselves. Oh my goodness, where did it go? Oh, it's right there. It's a small one. It's number 8 down here. And I just thought that that was very pretty. Kind of simple and pretty. There are a bunch of pretty ornaments. It's just, like I said, it's distracting the way it's set up. And like the charts are all kind of jumbled into the same pages and stuff. So, but I'm sure if you look through, there will be things that you want to stitch. And of course, I've marked those two with torn up strips of the silly, you know, mailer inserts that seem to be rampant in magazines. So anyway, there's some of those that I would like to do. And I didn't go to Walmart's for the 10-cent floss, but I did go on to 1-2-3 Stitch. And I ordered a huge bag of floss for a whole bunch of different patterns. The birthday stuff that I'd like to do for my sister-in-law and the Christmas gift. I think I got it for the heids that I showed you the last time. I ordered the flosses for Mini Cheshire Cat by Sheila Rayan. I just think that's cute. I think it only has like 16 colors in it. So that shouldn't be too bad. And it's a large format mini, a large format chart, mini-sized piece. And I say it's mini, but it's 198 wide by 264 high. And so it's going to be about 7 7/8 inches wide by 10.5 inches tall. And that's on 25 count fabric. And I did order the 25 count from Heaven and Earth. Stuff hitting the floor. And that I'm hoping will be here soon. And then I also ordered all of the floss for the mini Queen Elizabeth that I ordered. I mean, what's not to love there? If you love cats, I mean, that's a cat of cats. So I ordered the floss for her too. She's also a mini. And she is 225 wide by 327 tall. So she's going to be 9 inches wide by 13 inches high. And that's also on 25 count fabric, which I also ordered from Heaven and Earth. So those two pieces of fabric should be coming this week sometime, I hope. So the two new bead charts that I bought. And I should have bought fabric for them, and I forgot. But I bought a yard of fabric of the Easy Count or Magic Guide, and I have it upstairs, so I'm sure that I have enough to do these two. And I think my printer's running out of colored ink a little bit, so it's not the best picture. But this is Ye Olde Craft Room by Ciro Marchetti, and I kind of wish there's two versions of this, and one has a fuller view of the cat, but it kind of cut the ears off of the little mouse that's hanging down over the sewing machine, which you probably can't see there. So I bought this one instead. But there is a full-sized Haid chart out there, which is a craft room, and it has fabric and a dressmaker's mannequin and all kinds of stuff in it, and it's really a beautiful chart. I like Ciro Marchetti. I'm working on his mini The Wizard. I used that for the last Haid challenge, and I completed a page and a half, and I'm looking forward to getting back to that. I haven't touched it since. And I also have the garden shed going, which is a garden shed with a whole bunch of cats in it. And I also have Witching Hour, which is a black cat, on the go. I think those are the only Haids I have in progress right now, but I'm planning to start one of these. Anyway, the second one that I just purchased is another ornament size, and it's by Donna Gelsinger, and it's a long winter's nap, and as you can see on Santa Claus's lap is a beautiful ginger tabby cat. So, what's not to love? And I think that that's all for my purchases this week. Now, I just finished Jeans and Weenies. And I thought I would also show you that I also have turkey sausage, which goes like that. And I also have spring rolls. And I have Halloweenies. And I have Wiener Wonderland. I'd take my notes off it. So, as far as Wally's concerned, I've got lots of dachshund stitches coming up. And I thought, I didn't show you. I have to go back to this. Not really liking the way the back stitch looks on this one dachshund, but the light spots are actually back stitch. But underneath this dark dachshund, I actually put Wally's name in there. And my initials and the year are over here by the fire hydrant. But that just says Wally there under his little Argyle sweater. So I figured I should mark that for posterity. So those are all of the Plum Street Sampler wiener charts that I have. Although Wally isn't strictly a dachshund, he's actually a dachshund mixed with a Jack Russell Terrier. So he is a amazing ball of energy. He's tall for a dachshund. He has longer legs, not too much longer. Still looks like a dachshund. So it's all good. And I thought that I would show you, as far as whip parade goes, this isn't even close to all of my whips. But I have this bag, and it's one of those like chair cover type bags, or sheets. And I've got active whips in here. His Name is Jesus is in here, and Pretty Little New York, and The Witching Hour, and a couple other really small ones that I started in Mania. And then I also have my Dragons of Sumatra in here. And I want to get back to this. I haven't touched it since before I went to Florida, but I am looking forward to doing more on this. And I love the way it's coming out. And that's on fabric that I dyed myself. I really do like to dye my own fabric too. So I thought when I pulled my Plum Street Sampler wiener charts out, I had to go in and pull them out of my Big Blast binder of cross-stitch charts. And at some point, I'm going to have to clean some of this out. But I have all my sales and everything in here. And I have some My Big Toe designs. And I even have castles in the air, which I would really like to start. And once I get Dragons of Sumatra close to being done, I might start another. And I'm thinking loosely. I'm the person who doesn't make plans because God laughs when I make plans. But I'm thinking that what I may do is, like, I have a couple of Mirabilias in progress. You might remember Michael and Lady Alexandra. And I have Gwen, which is a Nora Corbett, I think. And those are all going. And I have a third Mirabilia I want to start, which is Ella, you know, the frog princess. That one's for my daughter, Rebecca. I haven't started that one yet. So I have a lot of BAPs going. And I really like big projects, whether they're the sampler style with motifs or full coverage pieces. I have a lot of fun with those. Jeans and weenies was fun to do. I used to do a lot of those too in my early cross-stitch days. But I find I don't have as many of those going. And of course I have my Princess and the Unicorn to get back to. So maybe I will do a whip parade and remind myself what I have that still needs to have a lot of work done to it. So before I left, I missed a New York get-together with some really nice ladies. I've met Joan, New York gal, here on YouTube. She doesn't do videos, but she makes a lot of nice comments. And Terry. And they had a get-together at Terry's house last month, and I wasn't able to go. And I was kind of disappointed by that, but you know, stuff happens in life, and it's not always easy to break out of what you have to do basis what you would like to do. So I'm hoping that maybe we can arrange something else going forward. I'm hoping things are calming down here, but probably not. I've started getting things ready for winter. I still have to do a really good lawn mowing yet, and batten down the hatches. My family in Florida survived Hurricane Irma okay. When we were coming back from Florida, my oldest daughter lives over in San Antonio, Texas, and she had gone on vacation with me in Florida, so she actually had to postpone her return to Texas about 4 days because of Hurricane Harvey, because she couldn't get into Houston. So it was nice to see her the extra time, but it was very worrisome actually. Luckily, I had my reservation 2 days longer than she needed in order to get out. My flight home was no trouble. Straight shot from Orlando to Albany, New York, so it was all good. Of course, I came home sick. I'm feeling a little better now, but I fell asleep as soon as I got on the plane in Orlando, and I actually slept through the takeoff. I think they were taking drink orders when I woke up. So I guess that was a good foretelling that I was going to get sick. I still have it some, but it's working its way out. Of course, now my oldest granddaughter has it too, so sometimes you have to pass things around. As far as stitching goes, I think that's about all that I have to share for now. think I had any other questions. I did have a question on my junk journal, on my other channel, which is Kelly Bell, which I try to keep my crafting stuff over there. But I did get assigned a swap partner. I don't know if you remember my Forever in Blue Jeans journal that I made. And I thought I would share this with you because it's going to Georgia. It'll be waving at Emily C. and Dina and all of you lovely Night Owl Stitcher, all of you lovely Georgia Stitchers as it comes into your area. But I thought I would show you, this is a bag that I made to put it in because I figured, you know, I made the whole journal cover out of a pair of shorts. So why not use the rest of the shorts? So here's the other back pocket. I'm going to, I think, maybe do a follow-up video before I mail it. And then this is a pocket, and I put some extra trims and stuff in that pocket. And I put some ribbon and some washi tape in this pocket. And so I sewed a new button on because I had used the button from the original shorts in my journal. So I put the new button on, and the zipper still works. And so inside of this bag, see if I can get this out of here without pulling it apart, is my junk journal. And it's all ready to go to Georgia. So if you haven't checked out that video, if you want to see what's inside this journal and all the things that are attached to it, check out my other channel. I'll put a link, if I remember, to the video below. But anyway, this is going to be on its way to Georgia by the end of this week. I have until the 19th to get it in the mail, and I think I'm going to try to get to the post office and the camera cut out right at the very end. All I wanted to say was thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that wherever you are, you're safe, and that if we're in the path of Irma or any of the hurricanes following her, I pray that you were kept safe and dry, and that any damage, if any, was minimal. So thank you for watching. Stay colorful. Happy stitching. Bye.